If you are a small YouTube channel right now, there's a good chance you're not doing anything wrong. In fact, you're probably doing exactly what you were told to do. You're leaving thoughtful comments on bigger channels, you're tweaking tags and keywords, you're posting your videos everywhere, you're trying to stay consistent, stay visible, stay active, and you're right to do it. It feels productive, it feels responsible, it feels like you're putting in the right work to build your channel. But what I found is a lot of the things creators are told to do don't actually help grow your channel. They just keep you busy unnecessarily. If your channel is growing slowly, it might not be because you're not working hard enough. It might be because you're putting time and effort in the wrong places. So let's dive into these time-wasting strategies. To make you feel better, this isn't something I randomly came up with. This is something I actually did for months when I first started, and I don't want you to repeat my mistakes. Let me start with this one because it's probably the easiest fix that will make the biggest difference. You know what I'm talking about, right? The first 30 seconds or so is all about your introduction, where you say who you are, what your channel's about, and then ask them to like and subscribe. Or even those customized intros that go on forever. The biggest problem is intros take away seconds from your first 30 seconds, which is honestly the most crucial part of your video. New viewers don't have loyalty yet, so every wasted second invites drop-off, not build trust. Just ask yourself this question. If I randomly walked up to you and asked you to sign up to my newsletter before you even know what I will send, would you actually sign up? No, obviously not. And it doesn't help these days when everyone's attention span is so damn short. So remove that intro, jump right into something surprising, something absurd, something controversial. Use those first few seconds to grab attention, then let it slowly ease in and let the audience know who you are. Do that and you will probably see your retention improve. But if you really do love a good intro, you can still do it. Just make sure it's less than 3 seconds. Okay, this here is pretty serious, so pay attention. I know when you're starting out, those views and watch time are super important. So when you don't get them, naturally, you will ask your friends or family to watch your entire video in the hopes that YouTube will push it to a wider audience, right? Do not do that. I am dead serious. If you do that, your channel is going to end up worse. YouTube learns from your viewers. That's how YouTube determines the type of audience it pushes your content to. So your job is to create consistent content with a consistent theme, topic, and niche. But if you get your friends and family to watch your content and then they stop watching at some point, which they will, that tells YouTube your content is boring and not worth the time. That not only damages that video, but it also damages your entire channel. What you want to do is create content, attract the right audience, and then slowly allow YouTube to build up and understand your channel. It is slow and boring, I know, but honestly, I haven't found another way that works. If you're lucky, YouTube might learn real quick, especially if you get a viral video. But you can't trigger viral videos, unfortunately. So don't ask friends and family to watch and tell them not to watch it even if they want to show you support. Just tell them, they'll end up damaging your channel because it sends the wrong signal to YouTube. By the way, did you know that I do small YouTube channel reviews as well? It is a service I provide to help evaluate YouTube channels, then offer my feedback and suggestion on how you can grow the channel. Feel free to reach out if you're interested. More details in the description below. And then we have this, changing titles and thumbnails frequently post-upload. I know what you're thinking to do here. You're trying to fix what's not working. When you launch a video that gets low views, it's easy to think that the problem is the title and thumbnail because these two are responsible for getting clicks. While I do agree you should change it if your gut feeling tells you to, you need to make sure you're only changing within the first 24 to 48 hours. Because from my experience, anything after 48 hours is wasted effort. Constant changes turn every upload into an emotional reaction. You never give YouTube or viewers enough time to respond. You start chasing performance instead of learning from the patterns. There are stories of how changing a thumbnail or title fixed a year-old video and made it go viral. I've heard of that before too. But I've also personally experienced my own video going viral a year later with no changes in thumbnail, with no changes in title. It just happened out of nowhere. So if you want to try changing titles and thumbnails for your peace of mind, do it in the first 24 to 48 hours. After that, let it go and move on to your next one. Do not waste any more of your precious time. And then there's the post on every social platform strategy. This is something I did quite a lot at the start, and I get it. When you post a video, you want to repurpose it everywhere, get more traction from other traffic sources, and market your content properly. Then hopefully they will all converge back to YouTube. Extremely wise move and makes sense, but there are two big problems. The first problem is every platform has their own type of audience. Some people prefer Instagram scrolls and captions, some people prefer Twitter with short text and not videos, so chances of them clicking to head to YouTube are very low. The second problem is you end up not mastering the basics of YouTube. Every platform works differently. Posting a vertical video on Instagram works, but it doesn't mean it will work on YouTube. And posting a long form video on YouTube works, but it doesn't mean it will work on Facebook. So you put yourself in a situation where you're trying to do too many things at once. The best way is to just focus on YouTube until you're confident and comfortable creating there. Then you can consider repurposing your content elsewhere if you have the time. I've seen big channels with millions of subscribers doing this recently on Facebook. They started uploading their long-form videos that are 1 to 2 years old, but that's because they're on a different playing field. So don't rush this and stay focused on one platform first. Let's wrap this up with leaving comments on other YouTube channels to get noticed. If you're doing this, I get it. It makes sense, at least when you're doing it. You're told engagement leads to exposure and commenting feels like the most organic way to be seen. And I'm not talking about spamming links or generic comments. I'm talking about leaving thoughtful comments after consuming the content, like you're trying to be part of the content creator ecosystem. I can say for sure that what you're trying to achieve is two things. One, you're trying to get the attention of the bigger channel and hopefully have them give you a shout out. And two, you're hoping that the channel's audience will take notice of you and look up your channel, probably because you left a good comment. While I acknowledge it happens like 1% of the time, the problem is your comment is most likely going to get drowned by the sea of other comments. And what happens then is your comments just look like any other comments. So you end up spending like say 10 minutes per video, 6 videos in 1 hour, 6 comments in 1 hour, just to gamble on that 1% chance. I think you're better off working on something else. The real growth comes from being discovered inside your own content, so focus on creating new content instead. I mean, sure, be a good fellow and leave comments and watch other YouTube channels, but do it with good intention and without expectations. Alright, those are the 5 most time-wasting things to do as a new YouTube channel. I personally did them all myself many years ago, and they did nothing to help my channel grow. So instead, I chose to focus on providing value with each piece of content. I helped review small YouTube channels, I experiment with different content and test things out. I even learned to automate to buy myself more time to focus on growth. It's not the most fun thing to do, but focusing on that helped me create a few viral videos. One of them you can watch here, so be sure to check it out. Alright, that's all from me. I'll see you in the next one.